Hook towers can be tricky against fireball rocket loons, but in this video I'm gonna show you 3 different methods how you can deal with them and take down every single base. So we are here back with fireball rocket loons once again, and in this video we're specifically going onto the hook tower. A lot of people ask me how to take or how to deal with the hook towers, and like I said, there are 3 different types how you can deal with the hook tower. The first one is you take down the hook tower with the fireball. You just get a fireball on the monolith, on the town hall, or just on a building where you just get the hook tower out. And after that continue like a normal fireball rocket loon attack. The second one is try to ignore it. So let's say you just get a fireball here on this poison tower, take out this compartment right here, and kind of let the warden kind of follow the bottom side right here and just try kind of to ignore the range of the hook tower. And the last one would be, once again, you get a fireball here on this compartment, let's say, and after that let the warden join with your heroes and you will push into the hook tower. So you want to kind of make a huge sui dive and kind of take out the whole base. I've prepared a base for every single like type. So I would say we start here with the first one, and kinda like I said, the one which I probably do the most is just to take out the hook tower with the fireball. As soon as you have a little bit of value around the hook tower, like you have right here, you can already go for the hook tower with the fireball. So even if you only get the monolith and the hook tower, in my opinion here on this base, this is kind of the best value, because there is not really something where you can go really else, because if you want to kind of to ignore the hook tower, you had to like get the warden here on the bottom side, but the fireball right here on this compartment would not be the best. So that's why I will go with the fireball for the hook tower right here. But the problem is that the hook tower is or has a really far range, and that's why I like to come from the far opposite side. So this means if the hook tower is like this, we will come from the bottom side right here, and we go completely from the opposite side. And as soon as we get some buildings out, we make them invisible and get a clean fireball onto the hook tower, so that we don't really have any problems dealing with it. So as you can see, we start from the bottom, and yeah, we kind of start with the normal setup right here. We try to take out this arch tower right here, because instead there would be too much damage. Now we also try to funnel the right side right here, so that the warden will go towards the town hall right here, so that we can get the fireball done. Now you can let yourself time a little bit, and especially if there are only 2 buildings like Ricochet Cannon and Expo, you don't really need to invest invisibility or a rage spell. Only if there are like CC troops or skeletons on your warden, then you need an invisibility. But as you can see right here, we don't need to invest anything into our warden. And now I kind of did a little mistake, but I think that should not be the biggest issue, because as soon as we get the poison tower out right here, I think I will, yeah, exactly. So I did make the town hall invisible because I thought I could get the clown castle out with it, but it was not really. It was really stupid, but because we don't get the CC out, but you can just ignore this invisibility tower or invisibility spell right here, because even if you get the fireball onto the town hall, you will get the hook tower out, and that's your main goal. And as you also can see, we are also like on the good side with the range of the hook tower right here, so the warden will not get pulled. So as you can see, pretty safe. And also we still have 1 minute 30 on the clock left. Probably even some more in the actual live replay. But yeah, as soon as we throw the fireball, we start with the sui. And by the way, what you don't want to happen, and what happened in this replay is that the warden will like kind of follow the heroes right here. I should have pulled the warden to the left side way earlier than I did. You can see I try right here, but even with this fireball that kind of didn't got that much, it still will be, I would say, a pretty good overkill in the end, because the heroes are just so strong, especially with the rage aura of the warden. And now we start with the royal champion from the bottom side, because as you can see, we kind of don't have any force left here on the bottom side. That's why we start with the royal champion from there, just to get out the bottom part right here, so that we don't face any time issues. Now as you can see, I can speed it up, and yeah, you can see in the end there is not really much left what can save this attack. We still have a queen ability, we still have a rage, we have some freezes left, and yeah, you can see this is an overkill, but I would say we go right into the next base. So coming here to the second method, as you can see, you don't really have any value here around the hook tower. So it's not really worth it to go for a fireball for the hook tower right here. And also you have kind of another part in the base where you have a bunch of fireball value, which is this part right here. So on a base like this, you always want to go for that like fireball value right here with the fireball, and obviously try to ignore the hook tower. Because as you can see, the hook tower is kind of, I would say, far onto the left side right here if you split the base and in those two parts. So you have the left side and you have the right side part, and the hook tower is kind of only on the left side. So that's why you definitely just want to go with the fireball deep into the base, get the value, and kind of you want the warden to kind of wrap around this side of the base so that he never confronts the hook tower or the range of the hook tower. And after that, as soon as you like kind of see that the warden is going to the right, you can pull him with some rocket loons or with some wizards and baby dragons and stuff. You kind of want to start the Sui right into the hook tower. So you kind of want to start right here with your king and the queen, and what you want is you want the king to get pulled into the hook tower. And after that, you want to pop the king ability, since most of the times you always get the base open, since the hook tower is most likely always in the middle of the base. So as you can see, if the king is right in the middle, you kind of get everything open, and your king and your queen can access every like different compartment, and kind of that's how you want to get it done. But I would say without any more talking, we can jump right into how I did it. So you see, we start with the warden, and also very important, if you want your warden to go to the right side right here, always start like on this side right here, because it's more likely he will go like this than he will go straight. That's just something that I've learned like since I attacked a lot of times with fireball rocket loons, and if you start like this, he will more likely go like to the left side. So just so you know that, I don't know, to be honest, why, but it's just like that. So if you want him to go to the bottom side, always place him on this lane right here. And if he's still going like straight, you can just pull him with some rocket loons. To be honest, I don't even remember if I did pull him right here, but we will see it right in a second. So currently we're trying just to set up the fireball, obviously trying to get out some buildings. But yeah, as you can already see, I think we only took out one building with some archers. But as soon as he gets this expo, he will go to the top side right here. By the way, let me maybe change the color so that's better background. Now he got the expo, and you see he will go to the top. And by the way, I always try to set up the fireball with maybe 2 to maximum 3 invisibilities, because 4 invisibility are already a bit much, just for the fireball. But you can see here with one invisibility we get out all of the core except of the town hall. But also we set up the warden nicely that he will go to the bottom side. We just need to pay attention at this area right here, where there's the monolith, a defending hero, the town hall, and the new cannon right here. So that's the only like kind of part of the base where we keep where we try to keep track of the warden, so that we rage him or place an invisibility on him. Now, as I already said before, we want the king to get pulled by the hook tower. As you can see like that, and we pop the king ability, and you can see we kind of get the whole base open, and kind of with that the heroes can literally access every corner of the base, and also with this rage area right here is dealt with. And yeah, so we rage the warden, since I said there is a lot of damage with the town hall and the monolith on the bottom. We also, by the way, support him with the furnaces, which is also very important, because as you can see, the fire mites are just doing a crazy job tanking for the warden. And now you see the base is already basically gone. Like, obviously the town hall is still standing, but the furnace and the warden will take care of it earlier or later. And with that we still have the royal champion, which we place now from the top side. And by the way, if you ask me when do I start with the royal champion, from the hero side or from the warden side, that's just like, as you can see, the warden, if he's doing fine, you can place the royal champion on the hero side, because you don't want the warden to kind of follow any target. So that's why I place her rather on the hero side than on the warden side. But for example, if the warden is joining the heroes, you want to start him from the from the warden side. But I would say we still have one more method to go. So we take a look at that. So we are here on the last base, and as you can see here on this base, the hook tower is far isolated in the core. You cannot really get a fireball to it, and you also cannot ignore it. And this only lets you to the last method that we have for fireball rocket loons, and this is let the warden join the king and the queen. And what do I mean by that is, first of all, we want to create a funnel, and basically you just want to play it like you do with fireball super witches or with fireball throwers. But the only exception is that you only have your heroes and some rocket loons, I guess. But basically what you want to get is, obviously you want to get a good funnel. So in my opinion, if you get a fireball right here on this scatter shot, this is very good value. We get the sweeper, we get the inferno tower, we get the builder hut, we get the monolith. And after that, obviously we need to take some buildings out with the warden by himself, with the warden walk. And I would say this compartment right here, and maybe this expo. And after that we have already enough. Because with that we already have set kind of a funnel, and after that we can just let him join the heroes. But I would say we just take a look how I really did it. So you can see we start with the warden, and we kind of start with the, I would say, with the funnel for the fireball, and obviously after that we throw the fireball, and then we take out some more buildings. I think we still take out the expo, yeah. And after that we can do some invisibilities and throw the fireball, as you can see right now. Get a good fireball. We even get the scatter on the other side. And now we kind of take out the bomb tower, or just very important, this compartment right here. And now, as you can see, as soon as the bomb tower is out, there is like a good funnel set that the heroes will go straight into the base. We're funneling here on the left side with the barrack. The barrack kind of should take out this compartment right here, and just provides that the king will not kind of leave the base again and go to the outside. But I think this even happened, but obviously it's best if he will go here right into this compartment right here. That's why it's very important to get a good funnel here on the left side. That's why I supported it with so many rocket loons. But yeah, the wall breaker was not the best, and even did the king invisibility. I think he probably would have got pulled, but better safe than sorry. Now we're still waiting here that the king gets pulled, as you can see, and this will be right now. And now once again we pop him on the hook tower itself, and you see this kind of opens up the whole base. And with that, the queen with the healers and the warden, they will have enough force to kind of get out the, I would say, the inside buildings of the base. And after that, you just have the royal champion that will wrap around, and also some rocket loons to support her and kind of take out the rest of the base. At the same time, we did some furnaces here on the bottom side, and the reason why I did them from the bottom side is just to get out those buildings here on the left side, because we don't want to get any time issues, and there are just some buildings which you can take out with the furnaces, and that's why I like to place them on the bottom. And also because I always kind of play the royal champion from this side, and the furnace mites with the royal champion is just a great combination, since the fire mites are just so good against ground skeletons and also against defending heroes and stuff. So that's why I just like them to put them on the bottom. Now you can see with some headhunters we support the royal champion, and now we even can pop her ability. And as you can see, there is not really much left. Here on the base we have the queen ability with a rage that takes out the town hall, and now it's kind of only the last part of the base, which is that one right here. But with the force that we have left, we will kind of overwhelm the backhand. We even have a free spell and some rocket loons left, which we can use to tank for the royal champion, as you can see right now. And with that, you can see you get the base also done. If you want to see more Fireball Rocket Loons hits in the future, definitely let us know in the comments down below. But with that base, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe. And now, peace out.